Hi everyone, I'm Rick. Welcome to this quick update video where I'll be talking about some very exciting things. I'll start off by talking a bit about my web shop, which is now online, where you can buy prints and more. But I'll also reveal some details about the book I'm currently writing, and the Kickstarter campaign I'm working on for it. And I'll discuss a bit about my upcoming videos, and what I've been doing for the past couple of months. Let's start by talking about something I've been excited about for a very long time. My prints. After countless comments and messages requesting a way to order prints of my maps and artworks, I finally put in the hours and launched a webshop, rickscreations.com. You can find the link in the description if you'd like to support what I do. The print I'm most proud of is this huge replica of the cartographer's map of Tumiun, which you may remember from the first episode of Tales of Tumiun. It comes in two sizes, 20 by 30 inches and a massive 24 by 36 inches. But that's not all. I've got many other prints of almost all of the artworks I've done for Tumiun over the years, such as the Neck of the Stone Giants and the Father of Dragons Awaken. And I've even remastered some of my older works to match the quality of my newer ones. So be sure to head on over to rickscreations.com to check out what I have to offer. The prints are shipped all over the world. Now on to the next thing I wanted to talk to you about, my novel. As some of you may know, I've been slowly working on a fantasy epic set in Tumiun. And though I'm definitely still years away from finishing it, I figured now might be a good time to share some more details. Keep in mind that anything I tell and show you is still subject to change, but I at least want to give you an idea of what to expect. Those of you who watched my most recent video, The Land of Storms, will already know a bit about the setting and story of my book. It takes place during the height of the Great Exploration, about 1,000 years before the time of the Wanderer and the Cartographer. In that time, legendary explorers like Khan Dragonrider and Wilbur the Mariner were slowly mapping the shape of Tumiun by discovering continents new to them. Inspired by their tales, 4 young friends from the north of Sestion set out on their own expedition, which took them northeast to a fabled land, to Finicfil, the place where storms are born. Yep, that's the title, for now at least. And this cover you see here is a very rough first version, which I expect will change quite a bit. The story will follow the lives of the 4 founders, as they uncover the secrets of this wild place and settle down there, founding the great storm houses which still govern the folk of men on Finicfil 1,000 years later. And of course they'll encounter many obstacles along the way, both small and very, very large. But that's where I'll stop. I don't want to spoil too much for now. To give an idea of the feel of this story and its characters, I've always thought of this tale as Lord of the Rings meets Twister meets Dune meets Avatar: The Last Airbender meets Lost meets Norse mythology and a little bit of A Song of Ice and Fire. That might seem like the most incoherent random collection of inspirations, but it's true. If you like any or all of those things, then this might be the book for you. But as I said, it's still going to be a while before it's done, though I do want to make sure that you can already reserve a copy as soon as possible, which is why I'm working on a Kickstarter campaign. I'll be sharing more details the closer I get to actually launching the Kickstarter campaign, but in the meantime I'd just love to hear from all of you if this book sounds like something you'd be interested in, and if a Kickstarter campaign is something you'd be interested in backing. So please let me know in the comments below. Updates will follow shortly. Now enough about my book, let's talk about YouTube. As some of you may know, the next big video I'm working on is about the magic system of Tumiun. And I've already worked very hard on it, but after putting many hours into it, I decided it just wasn't working right, and I needed to start over. Unfortunately, it happens from time to time, especially with creative things. It's never as straightforward as it seems. And I've also noticed it's a lot harder to be happy with the project you're working on when there's 54,000 subscribers watching you instead of just 800 or 900. And while I am absolutely incredibly grateful for all of you being here, I would be lying if I said it wasn't nerve-wracking as well. But it's also the most inspiring and motivating thing I've ever experienced, having that many people be excited about what I'm doing. So thank you all. I want to keep making as many videos as possible for you for as long as I can. But I want them to be good. I want them to be perfect. And that takes time. So don't worry, the next video is coming, but just don't expect it to be out in a month, as I've also been incredibly busy with some other very important things. Besides the book and the prints, and working my job as a freelance artist to keep the food on the table, I've also been spending as much time as possible with my family. But I'm also investing lots of time into an exciting new prospect, You might not be able to tell just by looking at this tree in the background, but I'm not in the Netherlands anymore, and I'm not in Sweden either. And that's because I've been spending the past couple of months in a new place, one with a lot of potential, but even more work still to be done. In a few years, this might just be the perfect place for me to build a space where I can film my videos and write my stories, but a lot of time has to be spent making that dream a reality. Don't worry though, more videos are coming as soon as possible. You can expect an update video on the Kickstarter campaign in due time. But I've also been thinking of uploading some short, simple bonus videos in the meantime, very much like the last video I uploaded, The Land of Storms, just to keep myself from burning out on one big project, and because there's just so many tales I want to tell you all. Now, before I end this video, I just want to give one last big thank you to all of you. If I'm being honest, 1 year ago today, I didn't expect this channel to go anywhere, and the countless hours I've been putting into it were starting to feel like a waste. But then something happened which I could never have dreamed of. One of my videos exploded, and it's now sitting at over 850,000 views, with almost 2,000 comments. I've replied to as many of you as I could, and even though I've read every single one of your messages, I just don't have the time to reply to all of them as much as I'd like to. So I want to take this moment right now to thank all of you who have supported me with your amazing comments, or just by watching my videos. Thank you so very much. And a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members who have helped me get just that bit closer to turning this hobby into a career. Thank you all. If you'd also like to help out, please consider joining my Patreon page or becoming a YouTube member for just $1 a month. Or if you'd like to have a little piece of Tumiun hanging on the wall, help me out by ordering a print on rickscreations.com. The link is in the description. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, and I wish you all a very wonderful day.